Kent Peter Money Talk here with another video. And you see I'm wearing a jacket, so it's that time of year. And before I go with the main topic, I'm just going to point out right now. So if you're watching this video, I am doing a giveaway for this video. I mean, I will pronounce it in like tomorrow's video. So here's what I'm going to do. So you're watching this video, you're subscribed to me, I'll give a $30 gift card for, it'll be either DoorDash or Uber Eats. So I'll give a $30 gift card to one of my subscribers. So you want that gift card? Here's what you do. You say, man, I missed out on 2017 Bitcoin. Just say that. That way I know you pay attention to the video. So, speaking of Bitcoin, as you know, I mean, if you've been following Bitcoin recently, you know that it did go over 100K. As of right now, I'm looking at right now, my Coinbase account is $99,385.25. Now 46 cents. It's changed around a lot. So it's bouncing around. Now it's 402. Now it's 404. So yes, it does changes quite a bit rapidly. So I heard about, I think I saw Bitcoin in the paper like a long time ago. Not that I really read papers. I mean, I haven't really read papers since I was like a kid. I get most of my news online or YouTube. So even back then, I think this might have been around 20 teens, early 20 teens, maybe. I think I was getting a paper for, might have been my mom I was getting a paper for. And I remember on the front, there was something with Bitcoin, how it went up. I mean, I should have gotten a Bitcoin back then, but I didn't. I'm not even sure Coinbase was around back then. So I put out my head and basically just forgot all about Bitcoin. But people brought it up again. And back when I was in United Freedom Team, it was a direct mail program I was in. The Maury, that program, his name was Mike. So he offered me a link to join Coinbase. So I got into Coinbase, and that's when I started investing in all these cryptocurrencies. But back then, it was only like 3 crypto coins on that site. It was Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. So it was only 3, but now it's so many now. So I got into it. And this is back in 2017 when I got into Coinbase. So Bitcoin was only $2,000 back then. So if I would have bought like just one Bitcoin back in 2017, that coin, and when it started to like 100K, I could have sold that coin. Also, there would have been some fees. So it wouldn't have been exactly 100K, but I could have sold that and put that down on the house. That would have been like a big payment right there. I could have sold to where like my monthly mortgage were like low. I had that much. Even if I would have only got like 1/10 of Bitcoin back in 2017, that would still give me like around 10K. Still good enough to make down payment. Funny thing is, I did have like over $100 in Bitcoin back in 2017, but of course I was like taking money out of Coinbase back then. Because I used to take money out of Coinbase, but I haven't really taken money out of Coinbase in like the last, 4 years. I mean, I did give like $5 worth of Bitcoin a couple times since then. I think a couple years ago I gave my friend like $5 of Bitcoin. Then I gave my other friend $5 Bitcoin like the beginning of 2023. Of course, it's worth more than $5 now. But those guys, they're probably not going to spend that Bitcoin anytime soon, so it'll probably pile up for them. Maybe I should ask my friend if he still has Bitcoin. Knowing him, he probably forgot all about it. So yes, a lot of us probably do feel like we missed out on that Bitcoin. Because even back in 2017, back in 2018, people were talking about Bitcoin going up to 100K. I mean, actually, I wasn't thinking it would get that high. I thought I'll see Litecoin hit 1,000 before I saw Bitcoin hit 100,000. That's how I felt. But because Litecoin was shooting up at one point, like back in 2017, it was shooting up. How high is Litecoin right now? I used to have like 10 shares of Litecoin, but now I sold most of it. So yes, I sold my Litecoin back in 2020. I probably should have hanged on to it. But Litecoin, it's $136. So I mean, that's not too bad. It did go up to like $400 back in 2017. So I probably should have sold it back when it was that high. And then bought it again when it got lower. But you never know when these coins are going to go up and down. So the peak of Litecoin was in December 11, 7 years ago, 420. And back then, $1,000 seemed like a high possibility. But of course, the next month, a few months later, it was 188. Then a few months after that, it was 130. I mean, that wasn't a few months. That was like a year. And it went all the way down to like $41 in July 2020. So maybe Litecoin still will go 1,000, but it don't look like it's going to go up that high anytime soon. But in 2017, it looked like a high possibility. I think Bitcoin's going to hit 100K soon. Because like I just said, I thought Litecoin would hit 1,000 before Bitcoin hit 100,000. But I was wrong. So man, if I would have put a couple grands into Bitcoin in 2017, I would have been doing pretty good. But what if I would have invested in Bitcoin like even earlier? Let's go back to Bitcoin. How much was Bitcoin worth back in 2013? I'm just curious. 2013. What I would have invested back in 2013. I don't know if Coinbase was around back then, but I'm just curious. So we're going to say December of 2013, it was $672. What if I would have bought we're going to say I bought a couple of them. So I would have spent like how much? I'm going to use my calculator here. So 672.36 times. What if I bought 4 of them? So I could have gotten me 4 of them for like $2,689. And today those coins would have been worth like over 400K. So that is 2013. But I'm looking back now. What if I would have invested back in August of 2013? So now it's $112 back in 2013. But what if I would have bought? Let's say I bought like 10 shares. So 11.20. So I would have been able to afford that because I didn't have a lot of expenses back then. I was still living with my parents in 2013. So I could have afford that. 1,120. It would have seemed like gamble back then, but I could afford it. And today, so that's 10 shares. And let's go back to how much it is right now. So 957. You know, let's say 100K. So that would have gave me like $1 million. So I could have been a millionaire if I would have spent just $1,200 back in August of 2013 on 10 Bitcoin. I mean, that is crazy. I mean, $1 million. I mean, it's not really enough to quit your job, but it's enough to get like most of the money stress off of you. If you lose, if I had $1 million and my boss was like Kent, you're fired. I mean, I wouldn't have stressed out too much. I mean, I have $1 million, so I could take a break for a while. I wouldn't. It's not like I'll just be homeless. If I got fired and I had $1 million, I mean, I'll be pretty safe while I'm looking for another job, so it wouldn't be that stressful. Honestly, if I was like in my 60s, I probably would retire with $1 million. I probably would. But not at the current age I am now. But what if I didn't stop there? What if I was like really into it? So let's go back to that. Let's say I'm gonna go back to the Bitcoin. And that was back in August of, I'm looking at August the 1st now, it was $101. So let's say I just went all out. What if I would have bought like 25 shares of Bitcoin back then? So 25 times $101. And this is back in August 1st, 2023. So I would have spent like $2,525. So it's a lot of money, but it would have been tolerable. Me spending that much back in 2013, it would have been pretty tolerable back then. Then I decided, you know what? I'm going to sell it all right now. So I'm looking at current price. Well, if I was sold at this current price, it is right now. So I said 25 times the current price I'm looking at on my computer. So that would have gave me $2,489,483.50. So yeah, so I would have spent $2,500 back in August the 1st on Bitcoin. And I decided, so today as I'm doing this video, I would have had over $2 million. So I've been doing pretty good now. Definitely would have been able to get me a nice home. I could have bought me a home straight, just bought it straight, no mortgage. Or I just like, you know, I'm just going to move out of Florida. I could have did that. Maybe. But of course, none of us know how high Bitcoin was going to get. I mean, I sure didn't know how high it's going to get. We'll go up higher. We'll go up to like $1 million. Bitcoin for $1 million. Is that possible? Back in 2017, I would tell you no, but right now, I mean, I wouldn't rule that possibility out. So Bitcoin may still go up. I mean, I don't really buy Bitcoin as much as I used to, but I do have this Coinbase card. So every time I use my card, it does give me money back for Bitcoin. So in a way, I still am sort of investing in Bitcoin. But Bitcoin is too high for most of us. But there's some other coins. Bitcoin's not the only coin you get rich. There is Shiba Inu right now. I did invest in Shiba Inu, but I actually lost more money than... I actually put more money into it now than what it's worth right now. So if I was to sell all my Shiba Inu right now, it would be a loss. So I'm just going to keep it there. It'll probably shoot back up. I have over 1 million. I have 1.5 million Shiba Inu coins. Yes, you heard it right, but of course Shiba Inu is like really cheap. How much is this? 0.00031 dollars. That's how much it is with Shiba Inu. So if it did go into art, I would be rich, but I don't know if it's ever going to go that high. But I'll keep it in. Stellar. How much is that? 49 cents. So it will go up. Maybe it won't. I don't know. Ethereum. That coin was actually only like a couple $100 when I first got into Coinbase. So that would have been another good coin for me to invest in. So, but now it's $4,000. So did Ethereum hit his peak? I mean, I don't know. It might still be a good investment. I mean, I don't know, guys. Decentraland, I thought that would have probably shot up. But just like CUN, I seen the lost money. But not really because I haven't sold anything. The thing with crypto, you haven't lost anything until you sold it. So you haven't lost or gained anything until you sold it. So that's the thing with crypto. Litecoin can still go up. Maybe it still will go up to $1,000. Who knows? Maybe I'll start investing to Litecoin again. There's quite a bit of coins. Dog coin. You try that one too. So which crypto coins is good investing right now? I mean, I don't have the answer, guys. It's one of those coins you just have to take risks. You can either win big or you can lose big. So it's sort of a gamble. But you just got to ask yourself, which coin do you feel had the most value? I think Litecoin is a good coin because the fees are actually lower than what Bitcoin fees are. So I actually like Litecoin better than Bitcoin for transactions, I should say. So I'm just going to point that out. 17 minutes. I don't know what the limit is for this new phone. So I just want to point that out. My thoughts on Bitcoin going to 100K. So that's my thoughts. I feel like I missed out on that, guys. I'm pretty sure y'all feel like y'all missed out on that too. But there will probably be other coins you could try to get rich off of. But just invest wisely. Only invest what you're willing to lose. With that being said, have a good weekend. Bye for now.